you're in an Uber and someone's just like, you're on a crazy long drive to the airport in an Uber, let's say, and there's like, hey, what do you do?
Right. That's a good question.
It's actually the most basic question.
It is, and it's always the hardest for me to answer. I always say I'm into fitness stuff. I'm into butt stuff. No, I'm into fitness stuff. That's from a movie quote. And I think it's one of those things that. So I'll be like, okay, yeah, well, what do you I say to him, I do some YouTube. I've kind of grown a brand online, but I started off. I was a football player that kind of got done playing football, didn't have a direct, career path that I was on. And I was kind of the guy that was like, I wanted to play in the NFL, got done playing college football here. That's how I ended up here. And then realized like, hey, I'm not going to the NFL. I don't know what to do. Got divorced at that period in my life as well. I was married at 21. Utah, woo.
You would say all this to the Uber driver.
I would, yeah. Okay. I'd be like, hey, man, have you ever been married? I have. Don't do it. No, I wouldn't say that.
Morgan's like, what?
No, I would say don't get married that early. Morgan's 26, so she's just old enough.
Wait, I don't know if I know that you were married.
Yeah, I was married at like 21. Yeah. So again,
what an idiot!
Yeah, what a pathetic loser. So got married, and then so I would basically say like I used to compete in bodybuilding, board short stuff, and then I've kind of made a career out of being online, being a social media influencer. I hate that word. It's a dirty word in Australia. People hate the word influencer.
What?
But then I would say I do YouTube as well, and then I say, hey, I have a fitness app. Go check it out.
Do you want to get shredded AF?
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Okay. And why? I guess why do you think influencer's a dirty word?
I just think we live in a day and age where like influencer, like what are you influencing?
Is it because no disrespect? Is it because you're older?
I am older,
and you're like, God, these kids and they're influencers.
Like it's so funny when we first had a Gymshark event at this gym when we opened it up. My business partner Jake was like, I was like, hey, we got the other Gymshark athletes. He's like, we got athletes coming. I was like, well, the Gymshark athlete. He's like, yeah, none of those people are athletes. And I was like, oh, shots fired. What do you mean? And it is like, we use the term athletes in this industry in the.
I'm an athlete. I'm a ghost athlete.
Yeah. And like, well, yeah. No, I do think we use that term loosely. Like as an athlete, I would think, okay, you're a professional athlete. Like what is it that you are an athlete in? You competed in competitive powerlifting. Mm-hmm. So I would say you are more of an athlete than a bodybuilder. I don't consider bodybuilding to be a sport.
Yeah, you're just flexing on stage.
I consider it more of like a art, like more of like a, hey, you're sculpting the body, like Arnold would say.
You're basically Da Vinci. Wait, was Da Vinci the painter? Van
Michelangelo, Leonardo DiCaprio.
We're not talking about the Ninja Turtles here, Steve.
Who is your favorite? On three, say it. Yeah, Ninja Turtle, because it says a lot about you. I already know.
I'm going to remember which color's which.
Yeah, I'm going to guess what yours was. 1, 2, 3. Michelangelo.
So you said you played football, which is great because most people just, try to be the best at exercising, but you were a real athlete growing up.
Yeah. Dad was an athletic director, so he's in charge of all the Boise School District sports.
Idaho.
In Idaho. Good old Idaho.
Potatoes nation.
Yeah. Like I had potatoes cooked, like we had boiled potatoes, mashed potatoes, shrimp gumbo.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Yeah.
Does the state, like whenever someone says like, hey, I'm from Wisconsin, I'm like, cheese. Does the state really lean into their potato?
I think they do. Yeah, like a giant potato. Like I say we, like I'm like, Idaho. We actually drop potato at midnight on New Year's, the Great Potato Drop.
Yeah, and every year it kills someone, just whacks them in the head.
Yeah, so I definitely think they lean into that because it's like, hey, you can take something and it might be, I don't want to say cheesy because that's Wisconsin, but with potatoes, it's like lean into that, make it your thing. It's better be known for something than like, because do we really have that much more potato farms? Maybe a little bit, but like, you can grow potatoes pretty much anywhere, I think.
What is going on, guys? I am Max Tuning, your host. I hope you enjoyed this little clip. If you want to see the full, magical, lovely episode, just click the link down in the description or search Don't Be Sour on your favorite podcast streaming service. And remember, thank you for tuning in.